Greetings, my friends, and happy new moon solar eclipse. This is Carrie bringing you this week's episode of Collective Awakening Weekly. So we're probably all feeling it. We're in the midst of some intense sort of churning energy that's going on right now as we're coming into the new moon solar eclipse energies happening Saturday, April 30th, with the sun and the moon conjoining in the sign of Taurus. And so the first thing that I want to talk about is that this conjunction, this conjoining between the sun and the moon in the sign of Taurus is a representation of our own inner sacred feminine and our own inner sacred masculine. So as we know, the new moon of each month is the best time to set new intentions in motion. And with the sun and the moon both in Taurus, which is an earth sign, the energy is really supporting us in rooting in powerful new intentions in preparation for new journeys, new cycles of experience, which is what we're going to dive into now. Let's get started. So I want to begin this episode by taking a look at the bigger picture of the cosmic energies that are happening this week around the solar eclipse that we're having. So we've got a strong Taurus energy and we still have a strong Pisces energy. We have Mars, Venus, Neptune, and Jupiter in the sign of Pisces still. And we have the sun, the moon, Uranus, and the north node in Taurus. I want to start by talking about that. So as I said, the sun and the moon in Taurus is our own inner sacred feminine and our own inner sacred masculine. The feminine is about sensing, feeling, being, allowing, dreaming, holding space, where the masculine or the solar aspect of us is about taking action, decision making, and things like that. So the planet Uranus typically is an initiator of change. It's incentive, inspiration to have new experiences, try new things. Now, with the North Node also being at play here, which is about our sense of calling, our sense of what we want to develop, our sense of purpose, this solar eclipse is acting as a powerful catalyst for us to all shift into a deeper sense of soulful meaning and purpose in our life. This is connected to the Pisces energy that's showing up. Venus is one of the planets that's in Pisces, and Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So the Venus energy is a powerful factor or force in this solar eclipse that's happening on Saturday. Now, in a few weeks, we're also going to have a lunar eclipse, which I'll talk about that when we have the full moon. But the energies of eclipses in general always serve to illuminate truth. They bring to the light of awareness that which has felt hidden or obscured on deeper unconscious levels. With the combination of the Venus influence, the Piscean energy that's shining in, and the Taurus energy, collectively, it really is inspiring and supporting us all in rising into higher frequency in regard to matters having to do with Venus-related themes. So this can be our self-love, things having to do with cultivating a deeper sense of personal harmony within yourself, harmony within your life. It's definitely matters having to do with relationship. And then the Pisces energy that's shining in, which we've talked a lot about this year so far, because we've had this Pisces stellium, many planets in Pisces going on for quite some time now. The Pisces energy connects us all to our higher self, the spiritual essence of our being, our sense of connection with our soul nature. And so many of us are feeling the pull of this. We're feeling a depth of inner urge to really speak our truth about what we really need in our life, to feel in harmony with ourselves. And ultimately, it's up to us to advocate for ourselves and to claim responsibility for our personal energy and our personal growth, which is being further supported by the fact that Venus is making a positive sextile aspect to the planet Pluto, which is in retrograde now in the sign of Capricorn. This is about reclaiming our power and energy. It's about owning accountability and responsibility for our own energy field, our energetic state of being, and being empowered in our leadership to guide ourselves forward in the direction of our personal joy, our self-love, our personal sense of expansion. Last week I talked about how Pluto going retrograde is bringing us into a 5-month cycle of personal transformation. And now the eclipse energy that's shining in this week with the solar eclipse, and then we're going to have a lunar eclipse in a few weeks from now, which again, I'll talk more about that in a few weeks. The energy of the eclipses typically unfolds over a course of 6 months. So we really truly are at the beginning of a new journey in our life. We're all being called to harness the medicine of this solar eclipse as a catalyst to elevate into higher frequency living, higher frequency experiences of life, meaning a life filled, a being filled with light, love, beauty, kindness, and embodying those energies is what will lead us there. Being a living embodiment of the energies that you seek to experience in your world is the magic medicine ingredient that's gonna bring that transformation into our lives. In the spirit of that, today I'm gonna work with this shamanic healing oracle deck that I have. And I'm just going to pick one card from this deck with the intention of revealing a soul guidance message that supports us all in choosing the direction of self-love. Let's see what wants to come up here. Divine timing. This is like an amazing energy to come up because sometimes we can develop a sense of urgency, especially if we're in a space in our life where we might be feeling triggered. We can shift into a sense of urgency around what our desired changes are that we want to implement in our life. We could feel like, okay, this all has to happen right now. But is it really in alignment with divine timing? So we can see the card here. There's a triangle which represents mind, body, spirit. We've got two birds at the top here looking towards each other, as in maybe mirroring each other. Birds in the tarot, I know, are messengers. The eye in the middle of this triangle here represents our mind's eye. The blue in this card here represents, could be throat chakra, third eye chakra, maybe a little bit of both. In fact, we do have Mercury in the sign of Gemini moving into its shadow period this week, preparing to go retrograde in about another week or so. So we do want to really sort of mind our P's and Q's this week, so to speak, in regard to our communication, practice mindfulness around our communication, whether that's verbal or written communication. We want to be really clear and present and mindful in how we choose to use the power of the word to manifest our goals and dreams as we're in this shadow period. Anyway, I feel like that's something that's coming up with the blue color in this card. It's assigned to the number 30, which is a 3, which also connects back to this triangle symbol. 3 is the number of growth and fruition. So trusting the divine timing, the divine orchestration in your life around choosing the path of self-love as you are remaining committed to that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read what it says in the little booklet that comes with this deck. I'm going to read the message to all of us. Here we go. How often do you feel that you want things in your life to change now? Just like I just said. Not 2 years from now, not even 2 months, but right now, this instant. Seldom do we see the whole picture of why our lives are unfolding the way they are. We don't need to. What we need to do is surrender to the way things are right now. This doesn't mean not taking action when a situation calls for it. What it means is to let your life unfold before you so that you have access to all the information, all the lessons, all the people you will need to go where you are headed. Divine timing is at work in the situation. Try not to fight it. Instead, go within during meditation and ask the question you want answers to. Why not now? How can I best prepare myself? What lesson do I need to learn prior to the change I want to see? Ask and you will get answers. So over the course of this next few days, as we're rolling into the energy of the solar eclipse, it's a really good time to move into mindfulness, meditation, and asking yourself these types of empowerment questions that will help you to flow forward onto that path of self-love. The energy of the solar eclipse is all about actualizing, implementing positive cycles of change that are in alignment with what your deep, deep soul knowing is. So spending time connecting with your soul knowing, spending time asking for guidance in alignment with divine orchestration, divine timing, are great empowerment practices that we can all do right now. I'm going to pick one more card, and it's not a tarot card for today, but this is a small deck of cards that I got along the way called Soul Clarity cards. And I'm going to choose one that is giving us insights as to what does our soul need us to know right now in alignment with everything that we've talked about here. Be grateful, practicing gratitude. Let gratitude seep into every part of your being. Allow it to wash over you completely. Practicing gratitude for the blessings in our life is the best way to keep us in alignment with ourselves and flowing forward. With that, I'm going to wrap it up there for today, guys. All my love. I'm going to see you right around the corner in the next video. Blessings and namaste.